Alright, welcome to the Chapter 3 video for the weekend. I want you to write out the proof, draw yourself your diagram, and we're going to prove that angle 5 is congruent to angle 3 using the fact that we know that G is parallel to H and that 1 is congruent to 5. Alright, as with all proofs, we need to introduce our givens and what we're trying to prove. So we're going to start off by telling that G is parallel to H and that angle 1 is congruent to angle 5. Why do we know that? We know that because it's part of the given. Okay, so over on my diagram, I'm going to mark that. G is parallel to H. Draw my arrows. And 5 and 1 are congruent angles. Okay? Before I do anything, I'm going to make my plan. Understanding that because these are corresponding angles, that's going to mean that these two lines are also parallel. If I'm a little bit confused of something I can do, is I can actually extend this line so that it looks more like the problems I'm comfortable with. So those lines are parallel because the corresponding angles are congruent. That's going to help us because now I can transfer from 5 to 1, and now I can go down from 1 to 3. So as with all proofs, I'm trying to prove that angle 5 is congruent to angle 3. And I'm going to have to come up with my reasons. All right? Now, because I need angle 5 as the end of my proof, what I'm going to have to do is introduce angle 5 into the proof. So I need to come up with some sort of congruence theorem that involves angle 5. I'm also going to have to come up with a congruence theorem that involves angle 3. Why? Because there's no way to get from 5 to 3 without first introducing them. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to try and see if I can come up with some sort of equal sign or congruence symbol that involves angle 5. All right? I know that angle 5 has been introduced at angle 1. So that one's probably pretty easy, seeing that it was already given to me. Now, I accidentally wrote it up here. I didn't need to write it twice. Angle 5 was already introduced. So now all I have to do is introduce angle 3 as well. Well, notice angle 3 and angle 1 are corresponding angles. So angle 1 and angle 3 are congruent because they are corresponding angles. And we know corresponding angles of parallel lines are congruent. So now if we're looking at this, we know 5 equals 1, and so does 3. So by the transitive property, of equality, 5 equals 3. Let's see if we can do that.
Custodial, please report to room B18. Custodial, please report to room B18. Open it up. Thank you.
Alright, this one is for you to try. Let's see what your results are when you come back. Pause the video.